today. From
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Go home, boy.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him
to see how they're going to use him this week.
On second down now, Swift. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's got this down to the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Trying to jet sweep here. It's Boykin. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First down, and they go to Swift again. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Swift, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll look to throw, rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Mike, 49. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On first down, Swift, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Panther 60.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions lead this now. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll run here with Swift.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Detroit. Miles Boykin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually...
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
Fights loose.
Swift's got the first down and then some.
And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, momentum.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Swift. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
103 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now a carry for Swift.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Hey, 50 the mic. Wild Bill.
They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
50's the mic. No gain on this defense. No gain.
They will run it with Swift here.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Gonzalez's kick is good.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Twist, watch the twist. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Man, let's get
it's Swift.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
50, Mike 50. What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
DeAndre Swift.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
On 1st down, Swift. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
147 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 50. It's our field. It's our field.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions. Silver. 49. 49, guys. Mike. 49. Drop deep.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Here we go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. It's time to win. It's time to
Running is Swift.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. To play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Here we go, D.
Try the jet sweep here. It's Boykin fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, get away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, keep it up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Come on. Set. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Detroit,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.